finally free from lies. He was on his knees, sobbing in our living room, begging me to forgive what he called a small mistake. 6 months ago, he'd come home late, reeking of someone else's perfume, swearing it was nothing, just a drunken lapse at a work party. I screamed, he cried, and for weeks after, he tiptoed around me, bringing flowers and making promises. I let it go, or at least pretended to, because I thought I could swallow the betrayal if it meant keeping our life together intact. Tonight, while I was chopping onions for dinner, the doorbell rang. I wiped my hands and opened the door to find a woman, her stomach unmistakably round, her eyes wild, mascara streaked down her cheeks. She didn't have to say a word. I stared at her, then at his face as he entered the hallway behind me, every muscle in his body going rigid. The silence was suffocating, broken only when she finally croaked, "He hasn't answered my calls. I need help." She pushed past me, clutching her belly, and started ranting, about doctor's bills, about his promises, about how he'd told her he'd leave me for her once the baby came. He looked like he was about to vomit. I just stood there, listening to my own heartbeat thumping in my ears, remembering every time he'd sworn I was his only one. As the argument erupted, she threw a sonogram at his chest, and he collapsed onto the floor, sobbing again, begging for forgiveness. But the twist didn't come from him, it came from me. I felt nothing. Not rage, not heartbreak, not even relief. Just a cold, hollow clarity. I realized I'd been staying not because I loved him, but because I was terrified of starting over, of admitting I'd wasted years with someone who couldn't even keep his lies straight. While he pleaded on the floor and his mistress wept on my couch, I calmly picked up my keys and walked out, feeling lighter than I had in years, finally free from the mess I'd convinced myself was love.